Hey, yo, welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Happy Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I think later today, what I'm going to do is a live stream before the Super Bowl. And I want to talk with y'all about what y'all predictions, what y'all want to see at the halftime show. And then after the game, I'll come back. We'll do a live stream after and talk about what we had just saw, what we had just witnessed in terms of the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. We know SZA's going to be a part of it. They're talking about surprise guests. We'll see what it is. But I had something else on my mind this morning that I wanted to share with y'all. Y'all see that one rapper. I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to try to get through this whole video, through this whole episode without saying his name. That one rapper who we loved all of his albums coming up. He used to make beats on Rockefeller. And he became a rap artist. He convinced everybody, yo, I want to rap. I'm just not a beat maker. I'm just not a producer. Let me rap. And became one of the best, in terms of rapper, artists. You know what I'm saying? The run was crazy. The catalog is amazing. Y'all know the rap I'm talking about. The one that made College Dropout. The one that made Late Registration. The one that made Graduation and 808s and Heartbreaks and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and even The Life of Pablo and that one. The one that's been going crazy tweeting this weekend because he wants attention. He's trying to be provocative. But it's just my opinion. This is me giving my opinion now. A lot of y'all talk about, yo, you don't give your opinion. You don't give your opinion. Sometimes I don't, it ain't that serious. Sometimes it's hey, this what happened, it don't. But it's trying to be provocative. And to me, and to a lot of us, I know that it's just coming off corny, man. It's just coming off attention seeking. So that rapper, y'all know what rap I'm talking about. Like I said, I vowed. I didn't want to make a video about what he was saying because I'm like, I don't want to amplify that stuff. That's what he wants. He's letting off all those messages so we could retweet it, so we could talk about it, so we could put the light on him, so we could put the attention on him, even if it's bad attention. But I had an idea because I saw people on my timeline. Or I saw one person do it and it sparked an idea, but I feel like people has been sharing it. One, we got to all collectively ignore him. Let's just like if you ignore him, if you don't give him any light, if you don't retweet it, if you don't engage with it, what he wants is the attention. He thrives off of the attention. So if you ignore it, it kind of snuffs the fire out, right? It snuffs the flame out. It's like a flame and you take the oxygen out the room, the flame goes out. The attention is oxygen for this guy. But a way that we could kind of respond in one of the most creative ways possible is, what if we took J.Cole, his 2016 track, False Prophets, the one where he broke down all of this, the one where he really said how so many of us feel about one of our heroes, one of our rap heroes, and he broke it all down. What if we took that record? What if we streamed it? What if we bought it? What if there was a campaign around that record and got it to number one on the Billboard Hot 100 in a week? Oh, that would kill. That would kill this rapper. That'll hurt his soul in so many ways, because what he wants is to be the biggest. What he wants is the attention. There is no coincidence that he is doing this right after Kendrick won 5 Grammys. There's no coincidence that he's doing this the weekend of the Super Bowl when Kendrick's going to perform at halftime. He's tweeted and said that next year he's going to perform at the Super Bowl and he's going to win 20 Grammys. So we know that's top of mind. But I want to go back. I want to look at this False Prophet. Let's look at some of these lyrics on False Prophet, right? Man, I'm an optimist. I'm a dreamer. Do I think False Prophets gets to number one next week? No. But how cool would it be? How cool would it be if we flexed all of our power? How cool would it be if all the hip hop said, hey, in response to that, this is what we're going to do. And we're going to show collectively. No matter if you're a Nicki Minaj fan, if you're a Drake fan, if you're a Kendrick fan, if you're a Cardi B fan, all those different fan bases and stan armies, they rap Justin Bieber. I seen Justin Bieber do it. This is how you get Justin Bieber to number one. And they come out plans. You got to stream it this many times. You got to do this. You got to do that. What if everybody came together and just said, we going to take J. Cole's False Prophets, and this is how we get it to number one, just to, in a response to this guy, without really responding to him, just showing him, oh, hey, this is how we feel about the behavior. This is how we feel about what you're doing. So let's look at these lyrics real quick, man. We're gonna look at the first verse. The first verse was about this guy. He said, "Yeah, life is a balance. You lose your grip, you could slip in an abyss, no doubt. You've seen these and it's tripping. Ego in charge of every move. He's a star, and we can't look away due to the days that he caught our hearts." For me, right, and y'all could, hit me in the comments. But for me, I mean, college dropout, late registration, graduation, immaculate first three albums. One of the best 3 album runs, top tier, elite 3 album run in hip hop history. And then you add 808s on top of that, incredible. You add My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, classic. Like that could be, that's an immaculate 5 album run, like truthfully. You know what I'm saying? So we can't look away due to the days that he caught our hearts, due to the days that he inspired us, due to the days that when they said, yo, you can't be a rapper, that he broke down that wall, when it was all about like the alpha male and things like that, right? He influenced so many of us. He influenced J.Cole. You could tell, like, I don't know if there'll be a J.Cole without this guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there'll be a Drake without this guy. You know what I mean? Like, so many, man. Kid Cudi without this guy, like influenced all of us. But just because we love somebody and love their music, don't mean that we can't like just draw a line somewhere, right? But even before the music, right? The soul beats or the Rockefeller production, right? Even just as a producer, I remember just being a fan as a producer. Guess Who's Back for Scarface? You Don't Know My Name for Alicia. Get by Talib Kweli. Selfish for Slum Village. Talk About Our Love, Brandy. I Changed My Mind, Keisha Cole. This Way, the Dilated People's joint. Like, I'm a big underground. I grew up on Stretch and Bobbito, so Dilated was big. Slum Village was big. So when he worked with, Slum Village on Selfish or Dilated with This Way, those were big. All the John Legend joints, Common's B album, and on and on and on and on. Like, but that early production, legendary. The music was legendary. We all felt it. I don't know if there's a hip hop fan out there who didn't have a favorite joint from him in some way. So yeah, man, like first couple of bars, J. Cole sets it up. Then he goes, and this is 2016, and he's saying he's falling apart, but we deny it. Justifying that half-ass shit he dropped, we always buy it. When he tell us he's a genius, but it's clearer lately, it's been hard for him to look in the mirror lately. He's falling apart, but we deny it. That was 2016. First it was, yo, I'm bipolar and I've been diagnosed bipolar. Now he's saying, no, I'm diagnosed with autism. I don't know what it is, but it's something. And that still don't make it right. The fact of the matter is, being mentally ill isn't an excuse to treat people terribly. Especially when you have the means to get help. I think that's the most important part. Especially when you have the means to get help. There are people out here who are struggling with mental illness who do not have the means or the access or the resources to get help. Especially when you have the means to get help. And you deny it. And not that autism. Also, too, I know autistic people who don't act or behave in this manner. You know what I'm saying? That's not what this is. And then flying the flag of free speech, and I want to say what I want, and they can't stop me from saying what I want. If this person could say this, then I could say that. Yo, man, that don't give you the right to hurt people. I'm not even talking about the legality. Who cares about the legality of free speech? Like, you are actively hurting people. Like, you're adding on to the hurt. You claim that you're hurt, and then you just go around and hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that don't make it right, especially when you have the resources, especially when you know better. Again, this all feels like a cry for attention. We know there's an album coming. The album's called Bully. So that tracks. So when you think about it in that context, that all tracks. And like I said, plus he had tweets about performing in the Super Bowl next year and winning 20 Grammys. He had a tweet about UMG using Kendrick to make an example of Drake. Feels like a lot of this is wanting the attention that Kendrick has right now, because he can't stand that somebody else has the moment. Go back into these J. Cole lyrics. There was a time when this was my hero, maybe. That's the reason why his fall from grace is hard to take, because I believed him when he said his shit was pure, and he, the type of nigga, swear he real, but all around him's fake. The women, the dick riders, the yes men. Nobody with the balls to say something to contest him. Real again, the yes man. You know what I'm saying? He tweeted something where he said that somebody who worked for him said he was uncomfortable with his wife's Grammy look, the naked Grammy look. So he fired and blocked the guy. The guy that worked for him said he was uncomfortable with the look. He fired and blocked him. And there's more people looking for work than there are people giving work. Like creating an environment for yes men where nobody can oppose you, where nobody can have a different opinion. Hey man, I wasn't feeling that. Hey man, that made me uncomfortable. Okay, they're gonna fire you. And then everybody else who has their job or close to them just say yes to keep the paycheck coming. Very like controlling. I spoke about this before, but those who watch the channel, I was approached by someone on his team to interview him and Ty for Vultures 1. But the stipulation was I can only ask questions about music, and I declined. In my mind, there was just too much to be said and done outside of the music to just focus on the music. I didn't want to be limited to that. It wasn't for me, so I decided against it. But they was looking for somebody to just roll with it, right? Like, hey, just say yes, just roll with it. Don't this don't suit me, so it wasn't right for me, so I declined. Back to these Cole lyrics. So he grows out of control into the person that he truly was all along. Is starting to show. Damn, wonder what happened. Maybe it's my fault. Idolizing based off of the words they be rapping. Again, this is just what we talking about. Yeah, man, like that's part of it, man. Like we believe in people. We believe in these rappers, in these stars, and these celebrities because we're so enamored and fall in love with the art. But at a certain point, you just gotta be like, all right, like it's cool. You made amazing art. But, can't put you on a pedestal. So, Cole says maybe it's my fault for idolizing it. It's based off of the words they be rapping. That's part of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay to be a fan too. But come to find out, niggas don't even write they shit. Here's some new styles bubbling up and they bite this shit. Damn, that's what I get for lying to myself. Or fuck it, what's more important if he's crying out for help? This could be a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't even know that if he wants to help, because I think he has the help. I think he's had people willing to help him. I don't even know if this moment out here is a cry for help. I think this is something else, because the help was accessible to you, and I don't think you ever took the help. Even more so than that. All of this, like. You got kids. How do you explain this to your kids? That's his problem. That's between him and his kid's mother. But, even that, I just wouldn't want my kids to see this type of crash out. What's more important if he's crying out for help? I do hope he gets the help. But at a certain point, we got to stop saying it's a victim. Like, clearly he's hurt by something. Like I said, I think there is a mental illness here or something here. But you have the means to fix it. And you have the resources to fix it. And I believe you have people in your life willing to help you cope and deal with this. And you rejected all of it. So now you're not a victim. Now this is like you're voluntarily terrorizing people. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, mentally. All the tweets about Cassie and all of that. Like, what did she do to you? Why does she have to see that? Like, it's terrible. Then the last couple of bars, while the world's egging him on and I'm begging him to stop it. Playing his old shit, knowing he won't top it, false prophets. Begging him to stop it. I think that's what this is. And a lot of people responded. I don't fault people for responding when I say that he's doing this to get a response from you. He's doing this to get a response from you. Ignore it. There's some people responding because they want to be seen. But there's some people who literally like you lash out or you respond to it because you're begging him to stop it. Like you don't, you either hurt by the things he says or alarmed, and then 2, you just don't want to see him go out like this, and 3, you just don't want to see him like hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? So you begging him to stop it. That's what a lot of this is too. Like yo, dog, like you was one of the greatest ever. And we don't have to diminish the music. The music is still great, especially the earlier stuff. We don't have to diminish that. The music could still be great, and what you're doing is horrible. and how great your music is doesn't like excuse horrible behavior. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this, I think, as fans, as a culture, a lot of this that you see what's going on, this Cole hit it right in the head. The world's egging him on. I'm begging him to stop it. I think a lot of people are begging him to stop it and might not just know how. Playing his old shit, knowing he won't top it, false prophets. Um, Incredible verse, man. Second verse was dope too, and I've talked about you heard me talk about the second verse and who that was about and the response to that. But this video isn't about this. But man, I think this encapsulates how so many of us felt then, and then it's so relevant now. And I see a lot of people sharing it. But be crazy if we get it to number one. I know it's a pipe dream, but it would be crazy. It would be crazy if we shared it, if we streamed it to get it number one. I wonder how we do that. I think that'd be a crazy response. That'd be such a hip hop response to all of this. You know what I'm saying? Subtle but meaningful. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people who aren't J.Cole fans are gonna sit here and boo-hoo about whatever, man. It's not about who you're a fan of. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. That's all the thoughts I had, man. I think I'm gonna go live later. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go shovel this snow. There's a lot of snow out here on the East Coast. Go outside, shovel this snow. Think I'm gonna go live later, right before the Super Bowl, and then go live right after the Super Bowl. And we'll talk about it. All right. So until then, man, enjoy y'all Sunday. Peace.